raising the Commonwealth flag. We're down at Eastern Buildings. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, cadets, Deputy Lord Lieutenant John, Laura, the Chairman of the IsleOfWight County Council, fellow councillors, thank you very much for attending this morning. I'd especially like to welcome John Matthews here, our Deputy Lord Lieutenant. This has just told me it's rather sad this is the last official function of Deputy Lord Lieutenant for the IsleOfWight. John and I go back many years. In fact, if you look up there and see the spire, which used to be Trinity Church, John and I were angelic little choir boys in the choir, and his late father was the organist and choir master. He also taught me at Bishop Lover's School as well. John, on behalf of the people of Ryde and Ryde Town Council, thank you so much for all the efforts you've put in over your years as Deputy Lord Lieutenant. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I really mean it. You've done an absolutely brilliant job. Thank you very much for being, I call you a friend, because I've known you all those years. Today is, as you all know, is Commonwealth Day. The Commonwealth means an awful lot to many of us. Me, myself, my affiliations with the Commonwealth was I've been very lucky over the last years. I've been to 2 Commonwealth Games, one in Victoria in Canada and one in Melbourne. And if you all know that the Commonwealth Games starts on the Gold Coast in Australia in the 10th of April this year. And over the period of your lifetime, especially you youngsters there, you've got plenty of years, plenty of time, try and get to a Commonwealth Games. The next one will be easy to get to because it's up in Birmingham. But anyway, I've had some great pleasure at the Commonwealth Games, but one sad thing was a few years ago, in Vancouver, the late Roger Bannister, who passed away last week, was there with a guy called John Landy, and they raised the Commonwealth flag. So when Roger died, I felt sort of pretty sad that at least I'm lucky to see him at those Commonwealth Games. Not running, but because he was a bit old. But anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you very much for coming, and I'd like to hand you over to the Reverend Annis, who will lead the prayers. Sorry, I apologise to John.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's particularly appropriate for me, this being my last official function as a Deputy Lieutenant. When you reach the age of 75, you automatically lose your ability to do anything, and you're automatically retired. And as the Mayor has said, I was brought up in Ryde, and I left when I was 17 to go to Newport, but I've always retained affection for the place where I was brought up in, and I'm particularly pleased that my last function should be at Ryde, at this function. The Commonwealth, unlike other groups of nations, doesn't exist for military purposes. It doesn't exist for economic purposes. It joins together for other higher human attributes, one being mutual respect of anybody who is in the Commonwealth, regardless of gender or race or colour, and the other is to provide equal opportunities for all its members. And that's what the Commonwealth and the Queen stand for. And I now read to you the Queen's address. Fly a Flag for the Commonwealth provides a splendid opportunity every year for people from all walks of life to join with others in their local community to celebrate Commonwealth Day in association with fellow citizens throughout our worldwide family. People from nations and territories in every continent and ocean cherish the rich diversity of our membership, the deep sense of affinity and kinship we share, and the Commonwealth values and principles that unite us. Together we number almost 2.5 billion people, a third of the world's population. Each one of us has something very special to offer, and as Commonwealth citizens, we gain and draw benefit from vast interconnected networks of mutual support. By working together in practical ways in our local communities, and by interacting and cooperating across national boundaries, we build and sustain a more strongly connected Commonwealth that is mutually respectful, resilient, peaceful and prosperous, and that cherishes equality of opportunity and inclusiveness. Early next month, the Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games in Queensland, Australia, will bring athletes and spectators together with a global television audience to celebrate sporting excellence and friendly competition. From Gold Coast 2018, the focus will immediately move to the United Kingdom for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London, when presidents and prime ministers representing more than 50 countries will confer on shared Commonwealth approaches to making the most of global opportunities and tackling together the challenges we face. Fly a Flag for the Commonwealth is an occasion to acknowledge publicly and collectively the continuing aspiration of the Commonwealth to build on common traditions and uphold our shared values of democracy, inclusive development and respect for diversity. Local and national flag raising ceremonies in schoolyards, on village greens, in town squares and on mountain tops and beaches bring greater understanding and appreciation of the values and principles of the Commonwealth Charter, to which the governments of all Commonwealth countries subscribe, and to which each of us individually as Commonwealth citizens can recommit ourselves on Commonwealth Day. I send my best wishes to all involved, saluting you and wishing you well as you raise both the Commonwealth flag and awareness of all that we achieve together through Commonwealth friendship and cooperation.
So now let us pray. And a prayer firstly for the Queen, remembering her long and faithful service as head of the Commonwealth of Nations. Almighty God, the fountain of all goodness, bless our Sovereign Lady Queen Elizabeth and all who are in authority under her, that they may order all things in wisdom and equity, righteousness and peace, to the honour of your name and the good of your people, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. And as we pray for the Commonwealth, we join with people around the world, in Africa and Asia, in the Caribbean, in the Americas, the Pacific, and in Europe, and all across these British Isles, and indeed on cruise ships wherever they are at sea. And together we all thank God for those called to lead these member countries, 53 countries with nearly 2.5 billion citizens, whose leaders, as we've heard, will gather in London in April. We pray God's blessing on their deliberations as they are confronted by global challenges to sustainability, to security, to prosperity and justice. And we thank God too for young people around the world preparing for the Commonwealth Games. We pray that they may give of their best, inspire us all with their skill, and forge new bonds of friendship amongst a new generation. And we remember with sadness that the Commonwealth includes people of we remember that the Commonwealth includes people of many faiths and none, people of a multitude of races, people of all ages and abilities, and of high and low estate. And we thank God for opportunities for mutual understanding, for forgiveness and for friendship, and growing peace in the world. And we remember too before God the needs of those, wherever they may be, who live this day in the shadow of fear, of poverty, or sickness or any other adversity. Give grace to our Queen, the symbol of loyalty and unity for all our different peoples. Give to our parliaments wisdom, skill, imagination and energy. Give to our institutions vision, understanding and integrity, that all may live in peace and happiness, truth and prosperity, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. And now we say the prayer that Jesus taught us, which begins, Our Father. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Standard bearers, carry standards.
Affirmation. Joining together as members of one worldwide Commonwealth community and valuing the personal trajectory and worth of every citizen, we raise this flag as a symbol of the ties of kinship and affinity that we cherish. We draw inspiration from our diversity and the opportunities for working together as a rich source of wisdom and power for influence for good in the world. We affirm our commitment to upholding the values set out in the Commonwealth Charter, to serving one another in a spirit of respect and understanding, and to advance the development, democracy and cooperation locally, nationally and internationally. Thank you.
And now unto God's gracious mercy and protection we commit you and those you love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you peace. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be among you and remain with you always. Amen. Now, please will you join us in singing the national anthem?
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen, send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
So folks, oh, hang on.
Commonwealth Day flag raising service, especially as we got to say thank you to Mr. Matthews. 3 times he stood here and helped us through this service. Almost feel like he deserves a merit badge. And it's been wonderful to work with him and with Councillor Lucy Wilcox, the IsleOfWight Council, and the Reverend Alice Bessie stepped in at the last minute, came back from the mainland and put in a good word with someone to stop the rain. Thank you all for coming along, especially the young people of Ryde. Much appreciated to you all. Thank you.
So thank you everybody. That was a ceremony for Commonwealth Day and raising of the Commonwealth flag down here at Eastern Gardens in Ryde. We're just outside the Super Bowl and over the other side is Ryde Castle. So I've got to get going now. Thank you very much for coming in. Please share it if you enjoyed this service so other people can see it. And just going to turn you around. Lots of the youngsters here just want to have pictures done. And it's lovely to see the everybody here supporting. There we go. So thank you very much. I hope to bring you some more stuff, some more news from. Oh, hang on. All right, okay, they're doing it. Some more things from around the Isle of Wight very soon. Actually, let me just. There we go. Okay, thanks ever so much, folks. See you soon. Bye for now.